Ladies and gentlemen, you've all been waiting for it. For many months now, you have requested I do the updated room tour. Well, today is that day. What is going on, Brotherhood? Welcome to a brand new video. And right beyond this door is the WWE figure room. You guys have wanted a room tour for so long. It's been a long time since I've done one of these. So I figured what day better than today to finally do the room tour. I finally got the room cleaned up. So yeah, if you guys didn't know, this is off of my bedroom. The WWE figure room is actually above the garage. It originally was a workshop when we moved in. We redid it and it turned out into a pretty cool hangout room, but nobody ever came up here except me. And slowly over time I started YouTube and eventually it became the WWE figure room basically. So we're not going to waste any time and we're going to open this door up. And here you have the WWE figure room where I spend like 90% of my time. So we're just going to go ahead, close that door there. And first thing you see on the back of the door here, we got this man cave sign. It actually does light up too. So it's pretty intense though in real life. I don't know how the camera's going to pick that up. So yeah, the man cave sign right here. But anyways, I think we're going to start going this way and work our way all around the room. So here I've got this massive wall of just all sorts of different wrestling memorabilia. Right up top there I've got a House of Hardcore like program signed by a bunch of people, including Eric Young, Bobby Roode, I think Rhino's on there. A lot of great names on that. I didn't actually go to the show, I won that in an auction, but it does look pretty sweet. We got an autographed 8x10 by the Honky Tonk Man, some local talent there. We got a $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, Al Snow, more local talent. Wes Briscoe, Ron Simmons, or Farouk as he signed it there. We got this Total Divas poster signed by Naomi. Personalized autograph too, got that at Wrestlemania a few years ago. We got a Shinsuke Nakamura autograph that came with WWE 2K17, so I'm not sure if that's authentic or not. We got this not 8x10, but a larger poster here signed by Daniel Bryan. It's kind of hard to pick up on there, but I think you guys can see it. It says yes and then Daniel Bryan. Right here we got this Matt Hardy autograph. It's a bit harder to pick up again because it's purple on blue. Then we got a couple of autographs here from WrestleMania Access. I believe this one is Natalya and Tyson Kidd, and then this one is X-Pac. Here we got a picture of me with Cesaro at my first WrestleMania. He was a very cool guy. He was my favorite wrestler at the time and still one of my favorite guys. Here we've got an 8x10 autographed by Kevin Owens and one autographed by Chris Jericho. Got them whenever I went to Chris Jericho's podcast. And over here we got a picture of me with Demolition. They were very cool to me. We also got a picture of me with Al Snow. We got a few tickets over here. We got WrestleMania 32, TakeOver Dallas, TakeOver New Orleans, and my collector's ticket for WrestleMania 34. We got a few relic mat cards for NXT TakeOver London and Elimination Chamber 2010, I believe, with Randy Orton and Scott Dawson on them. We got the exclusive Cena Enough figure. I didn't actually get the John Cena Enough edition of 2K, but my friend did, and he didn't really care about the figure. So he gave it to me, and I didn't really see a point in opening it. Here you got an Elite 39 signed by Psycho Sid Vicious. It's pretty cool. I should have gotten it in another color, and it's like really shaky and faded. I don't like that autograph that much. But it's still pretty cool. So that is basically this whole wall right here. And then to the right here, basically whenever I'm not doing figure videos, this is where I film, like if I'm doing a Wrestle Talk video or talking about trip plans or something. But to the left here, we got a whole bunch of figure defenders from various elites that I've purchased over the last few months. And we do have the box for the Epic Moment Hardy Boys, because I think that box is absolutely sick. Moving in here, this first cabinet, we got a Ready, Willing, and Gable American Alpha towel hanging on this door. But we're going to go ahead and open up the cabinet. And there's not too much in here, just some miscellaneous stuff on the bottom shelf that I didn't have a spot for, some DVD cases and one of these blow-up Bailey things. Over here, this is my fan mail shelf. So you have that custom Seth Rollins that was sent to me by Beast Mode XXL on Instagram. We got a letter from him, some custom shirts he made, and a drawing that a kid I know in real life actually drew up for me of AJ Styles. Logos, so that's pretty cool. And then on the bottom shelf here, we got the WrestleMania 33 Collector's Cup. I do have the 34 one somewhere. I don't think it's in the room though. I need to put it in here. We got AJ Styles gloves and necklace thing. We got the John Cena Word Life one as well. We got a signed table right here, an actual broken piece of a table from an independent wrestling show I went to. We got this Sting pin here from 123 Pins. I got that in a Grapple merch box. If you guys want to get a Grapple merch box, the link is in the description. You can use code UBYT to save a bit of money. We got the programs here from all 3 WrestleManias I went to. We got WrestleMania 34, WrestleMania 33, WrestleMania 32. There's some autographs in all of those, and they're absolutely awesome. Over here, this is like my minifigure shelf, just some random other figures, not Mattel, that I decided to display. Here are the old Rumblers figures. I used to love these whenever I was a kid, and I found them, so I said, why not put them up? We got the Finn Balor statue that came with 2K a few years back, the NXT Special Edition. We got this retro ring that Ringside set us to do a review on, and inside the ring you can see the Hasbro Macho Man Randy Savage and the retro Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. Then over here we got this collector car Stone Cold Steve Austin thing. It's actually pretty cool. I do have a bunch more of these on another shelf that you guys will see, but this was like a double that I have. So I just put it here with all these metal figures, and these are my favorite of my minifigures. They're just pretty sweet. I absolutely love those. We got 2 pop vinyls right here. The only pops in my collection are AJ Styles and Mick Foley. Just not a big pop guy, to be honest. And then the top shelf here, this is my slow growing shelf of non-WWE figures. So if you look at the back here, I've got this old Optimus Prime Transformer. That thing is sick. I've had that forever. And then we have a First Order Stormtrooper right there. Beside him is, well, if we could get a really nice focus here, that'd be great. Beside him is Kylo Ren. And we got a Death Trooper. So those are my 3 Star Wars figures right now. Then we can move on to my 3 Marvels. We got Deadpool, the new Infinity War Iron Man, and Black Panther. I did just purchase a bunch more Marvel figures from a friend, so they should be coming here very soon. I can't wait to show you guys them. On top of the cabinet, we've got my replica Intercontinental Championship. That thing is signed by the Big Show, Zack Ryder, and Daniel Bryan. Then moving here into the center, this is probably my #1 item in my collection. So this thing I got signed by everybody I met at WrestleMania 32, plus Survivor Series 2016. So this belt is absolutely loaded. We got the WrestleMania side plates on it as well, which makes it even better in my opinion. But just running down the names on the strap. First one there, we got Chris Jericho, AJ Styles, Cesaro, Shane McMahon, and then some other ones down here. We got Dean Ambrose, Bayley, Kevin Owens, and Seth Rollins. And there's some names on the inside of the plate there. I believe Bray Wyatt is one of those. Otherwise, they're just not that important people, but still pretty cool. And then the back is absolutely flooded with autographs. It goes all the way up the strap. I can't even fit another autograph on here. Various names on there. And then down here, we've got my commemorative Money in the Bank briefcase. This thing is also absolutely covered in autographs. It's absolutely insane. You can see Sin Cara on there. I know Sami Zayn's on there, the Usos. There's some good names. Probably not as good as my title, but it's still pretty cool. And then on top of the next cabinet, you can see my Rey Mysterio mask. Got that a long time ago. And then right here is the figure cabinet, and there you can see me. Hello. And yeah, these were, I've got the most of my figures, not all of them. But we'll go ahead and crack this thing open. I always got to be careful so I don't send these things flying. But this figure cabinet's pretty sweet actually. It's got a light built into it. But it's not the best for YouTube lighting, but you know, I'll make it work. Bottom shelf here, these are some of my favorite guys that I just chose to display. So over here you got my Finn Balor's -1, my Jeff Hardy's -1, my Roman Reigns -1, AJ Styles -1, Seth Rollins -1, of course that beautiful purple custom wearing the UWF shirt. We got my Kurt Angles, Kevin Owens -1, Undertakers, and Triple H's. So this shelf is just like some of my favorite guys that I enjoy collecting. And then here we have the UWF Smackdown shelves. These are all the Smackdown rosters. Whenever I was saying -1 down there, it's because I've got guys on the roster shelf. So there you can see one of my Rollins right there. And, you know, there's an AJ right here. He's, of course, the World Heavyweight Champion. We've got the champions pretty close to the front. And on the side here is the entire tag division. You know, we got Cesaro and Kid, the champs. Gallows and Anderson are there. The Young Bucks, American Alpha, the Usos, and Heath Slater and Rhino. But some of the bigger names on UWF SmackDown are, like, close to the front. We also got GM Shane McMahon there. Kenny Omega's there. Randy Orton. Finn Balor. Sami Zayn. So those are some of the main names on SmackDown. And then, of course, the top shelf is UWF Raw. You may even see a few extra names that I've added in here. I'll be starting to film Raw very soon. You got the New Day there at the front of the tag division. The Hardy Boys are there. Ascension, Golden Truth, Dudley Boys are in there. Then we got Kevin Owens, Nakamura, Samoa Joe, the The GM spot is currently vacant. We'll be revealing a new GM on the next episode. US Champ Roman Reigns, he's got the belt hung over his shoulder. The CM Punk, John Cena, who was injured after his recent attack from Braun Strowman. But we got a bunch of names in there. It's a really great roster. I definitely love the Raw roster. But that is the figure cabinet. I'm just going to go ahead and turn this light off. And we'll just close these doors slightly. So yeah, that is the figure cabinet. Stuff in here as well. This is basically all my authentic scale ring bits. You got a canvas over there. We also have some Nxt Guardrail covers. In that bin right there is all my ring ropes. Just pull that out there. We've actually got some brand new purple ring ropes in there. I got some whites, yellow, red, and blue. Just different things like that. Other scale ring bits, clamps, and bottom pieces, posts, stuff like that. We got my steel cage for the authentic scale ring. Definitely gonna have to use that on the pick fed in the future. And then this little drawer here, which is like meant for forks and knives, because this is actually meant for plates, not figures. I actually have all my ring skirts in here. We got like SmackDown Live, Wrestlemania 20. Looks like I pulled another one up. There's Wrestlemania 31, TLC. We got NXT. There's just a lot of ring skirts in here. The current Raw one. Looks like there's Royal Rumble 92. Got most of the ring skirts that they've made. We got WrestleMania 32. The older SmackDown 2013 edition. ECW's back here. And then the older Raw one. And yeah, I think that's it, other than the Raw's War one that's currently on my ring. So yeah, that is this. Moving on over here, we've got this little table set up. There's my hair dryer for when I do part swaps with figures. 2 custom work in progresses. Both Hideo Itami and Will Ospreay are nearly done. Got to get some decals for Ospreay and Itami. I've just got to remove some more logos, but you guys should be seeing them quite soon. We got some of my larger fodder in there, just parts I don't need. A couple of announce tables, and then just all my custom materials over there. And right here is a piece of paper. We're working on a custom stage. We're designing it right now. I don't want to give anything away, so that's why I flipped it over. We got some WWE cards and then just other useless stuff I use for homework and stuff like that. We got a blanket over here. And then right here, this is my stop motion string holder. I've got a rack built onto my figure arena, which I can actually turn around and just show you right there. The thing just basically slides right here, and it helps me to hang strings if I ever need to use strings, but I usually don't, to be honest. It's just basically some 2x4s, or 2x2s, 2x4 at the bottom, and just put it all together. Cut a bunch of notches in there with a, what do we use? Jigsaw, that's it. I'm in shop class and I can't even remember what tool we used. We used a jigsaw and we cut a bunch of notches in there so I could hang string whenever I'm doing animations or pick feds. And then above that, we got all my signed t-shirts. So we got this one here signed by the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. We got this one here signed by Paige. Up there, we got Jake the Snake Roberts. Basically, everybody I met from WrestleMania this year. We got a lot of great names on there. And probably my favorite, the Undisputed Era. Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and Adam Cole. Sadly not Roderick Strong. This was literally the night before Roderick Strong joined the Undisputed Era. So that's kind of unfortunate. And then we got a door that just leads down to my garage. And here's the figure arena. Probably one of the reasons you guys clicked on this video. You can see we got my lighting right here. I use this one light post. I got that at IKEA. And then this old like splitter lighting rod that I've had forever. This like day one on YouTube I used to use this. And it's missing one light bulb. This light bulb's burnt out, but these 2 lamps work pretty well. It's actually got a few different settings, so I can do one bulb or both. So that's pretty nice. This one's just got a little switch on here, and it lights up pretty well. So the combination of those, plus the 3 lights I've got on the ceiling, really help me to light up the arena so I can get some good focuses. Or focus, yeah, it's not even a word, whatever. You got my tripod here. This is usually where I have my tripod set up. And then this right here, this little Z looking thing, or backwards Z, Z, whatever, wherever you're from. But that is called the Ninja Pod, and you can basically just set your camera on here, and it lets you get a lot closer into the action. So if you guys are into figure videos or pick fedding, I definitely recommend you check out a Ninja Pod if you ever use a tripod. It really helps you get closer to the action. We got my stage over there, crowd over there, crowd wraps all the way around. 2 of these extreme sets pop up crowd things. I do want to probably bring that one all the way back instead of just having plain Bristol board right here. But we got a sheet of Bristol board. This is the backstage area. We got the GM's office, the UWF Intercontinental Championship that's going to be up for grabs at TLC. We got a bunch of other random accessories back here, and the Extreme Sets classic backstage backdrop. We got a janitor right there. Dude for interviews over there. It's really dusty in here. I gotta get some compressed air and just get all this dust out of the arena. It's kind of annoying. Thank God the camera usually doesn't pick it up whenever I'm doing feds and stuff like that. Over here we just got some basic stuff that I use regularly for the pick fed. A couple of these aerial stands, I find them helpful for getting close to the action sometimes. We got some sticky tack for obvious reasons. You can put it on their boots and it really helps. Got some microphones for promos. This is a iPod stand or iPhone for whenever I do Instagram streams. I can put that on my tripod. We got my lens cap for the camera I'm currently using, which is the Nikon D5100 with a Rode VideoMic Pro, just if you were wondering. And then we got another section of the backstage over here, which is the locker room area. We got a TV set up, the locker room pop-up, and then one of these older Mattel setups, so that one is pretty nice. And then under the table, we got a bunch of stuff down here. We got a classic Elimination Chamber playset. It's actually pretty broken. It doesn't go together anymore, so sadly I can't really use that. We got these two restaurant setups that I sometimes put in the arena to do some cool shots with them. We got a basic steel cage playset. I never use that. I think the ropes are actually broken on the ring. Moving over here, you can see I've got the other entrance stage playset, not the first one, but this is the second one with all the more breaking points and stuff like that. We got a bunch of random stuff over here. My old crowd pop-up, extra floor pieces that I use in the arena. And we got a few, bunch of shelves right here. We'll go through that. I just gotta get this lighting post out of the way. And here, this is my second fodder box. These are all the smaller bits. You can see if we can get past that reflection, that'd be nice. I may have to open that up, actually. We'll do that. But in here you can see we got my arms, there's head scans in there, boots, that sort of stuff. Just smaller fodder that doesn't really need to go in the big bin. I put it in here to help organize it. This is just basically a toolbox. Moving in here, these are all my larger, just random accessories. We got a Goldberg motorcycle, we got some classic Jack's barricades, we got a dumpster, Festival of Friendship TV. There's just a bunch of random stuff in here. This here is my TLC bin, which is going to work perfect for whenever I'm doing the TLC pay-per-view. We got all sorts of tables, ladders, and chairs in here. A lot of them are in the arena though. So tables, ladders, and chairs in there. Just going to move the tripod now. And then in here, these are all figures that I don't have on display. So all my basics and just elites of second people and stuff like that. Duplicates. Most of my legends are in here. There's some really good figures though. There's the Defining Moments Macho Man. We got the new Breezango Battle Pack that I just did a review on. We got this Jake the Snake Roberts. That's a nice figure. We got Roman Strowman, one of the memes of the channel. We got Paul Heyman in here. So all my managers are in here too. So that's that bin. Over here are all my diorama pieces, the Rob Schamberger ones. And then the backdrops for them, I've got elastic bands around here. Not a big fan of those things. They're just taking up space for me right now. I may end up just throwing them on an eBay lot or something. Here we got all sorts of different stage pieces, two backstage bits. These are all like scaffolding stages, or I have a TLC playset. This thing doesn't like to close sometimes. And then this bin here, we got the Nxt Guardrail playset. Pretty nice. In here we got all my championship belts in a bag. We got some stands and Money in the Bank briefcases. And then just some other bins with random stuff in them. And then this one does have all my figure clothing in it. That is not on display right now. Moving on, right here above the backstage to the arena, we've got a couple of shelves right here. And over there you can see my regular WWE side plates for my replica title. One of them has fallen over. I need to get over there and pick it back up, but it's a bit hard considering how wide my table is. There we've got this plush Diamond Dallas Page thing. It's a bit of a weird thing, so I put it there. We've got two vintage collector's cups. One of them is Randy Macho Man Savage, and the other is Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Pretty cool pieces. And then up here, as you can see, those are those cars that I was talking about. So they're collector's pieces of some sort, I believe. I've had them forever. It's like before I watched wrestling, and I didn't even know who they are. But the first one there, I believe, is Kane, DX. I believe that one's The Rock, Mankind. And then there's some smaller ones over here. DX, I really can't tell who that other one is from here. It might be Mankind or something like that. I think we got Stone Cold and The Rock as the other two. It's kind of hard to tell from here, so I apologize if I got any of them wrong. We got an official WWE program. I picked that up at Survivor Series 2016. It's just a generic looking one though. We got the Bootios t-shirt box. And we have the official program from NXT TakeOver Toronto. And then moving on over here, we've got this poster from an event from 1978. My aunt found this and she thought I'd like to have it, and I think it's pretty cool. Lots of old names on there, so some people might get a kick out of that. And then this is my favorite autograph I have in my collection other than my belts. This is an 8x10 plaque signed by Macho Man Randy Savage and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat from their famous WrestleMania 3 matchup. This is completely authentic. I have a certificate of authenticity if you guys don't think it's real, but I really love this thing. That's a beautiful piece. Definitely want to do a display once I get my hands on a Steamboat figure. I already have the Macho Man from that attire, so I definitely need to get that Steamboat to do some sort of a display. But anyways, moving over, we just got a couple of bins right here. I got stuff from when I was a kid in there. It's just basically junk. We don't really need to go through there. Here's my computer chair. Very, very comfortable. And then we got my MacBook right here for whenever I do all my editing on Final Cut Pro. You can see some different stickers on there, different camera companies. We got Beats right there, Bullet Club, Ottawa Senators, my favorite hockey team. Just some SD cards. My camera equipment is all over here. Here's the camera I use whenever I go to WWE house shows or live events or pay-per-views. Any WWE show basically, just because they usually don't let DSLRs in. That's the Canon PowerShot SX20, I believe. It's a very solid camera for starting out on YouTube. That used to be my main camera until I got the D5100. But like I said, we got my computer. There's my Porsche mouse. Need to get a new mouse. We got a Bluetooth Stanley Cup speaker over here. And then we're just gonna move on over around all this chairs and stuff, because this is like the hangout portion of it. You know, we got an egg chair right there, not very comfortable. We got this really nice recliner right here. This is usually where I sit to watch wrestling or whenever I'm gaming. You can see I've actually got an Xbox remote sitting right there. We got one couch, a nice footstool, another couch. Over here we got this sweet fireplace. That's really nice in the winter. It gets very cold up here since it's above the garage. Beautiful TV. I love this TV. In the cabinet here, just opening that, you can see my Xbox One, which I guess someone left on. Whoops. We got my satellite, my Xbox 360, all sorts of games over there. There's my new favorite game currently, Far Cry 5. I just can't play enough of that game. We got controller batteries. We got some nice speakers for this TV setup as well. Overall, it's pretty great. Works just as well for a hangout room as it does for YouTube. I don't know why my camera's having so much trouble focusing. We got my bar fridge right here, just full of drinks and stuff for whenever I'm hanging out up here. Obviously, I have to unplug it because it makes a really loud noise whenever I'm trying to record. We got a smaller monitor here so I can actually play video games while I watch the garbage television that WWE puts out sometimes. Right above there, we got my Rusev Day calendar. I absolutely love this. Bought this at WrestleMania this year. It says Rusev Day for every day. It's really, really nice. Absolutely love that. Here we have the latest 2 series of retro figures that I got from Ringside Collectibles using discount code Undisputed to save 10%. You guys can do the same at the link in the description. But I like these hanging up on the wall. I don't really like the opened ones that I've got over in the minifigure shelf over there. But I think these look pretty sweet on the wall, actually. And then moving over, I think this is the last thing we're going to cover. This is my Undertaker plaque. I guess it's kind of irrelevant now because this was supposed to be like his retirement from wrestling at WrestleMania 33. As you can see there, we got number 69 out of 500. We got the piece of the ring ropes in there. Overall, it's just an absolutely beautiful piece. The only plaque I own. Not a huge fan of the plaques, but whenever I saw this one on sale, I just absolutely could not resist. But I think that's everything. We finally covered everything. Just give you guys the full around look of the room. It's a very, very large room. But I think this is going to do it for the video. Let me know what you guys think of the room. If there's anything you'd like to see me add to the room or to the arena at all. I know that's probably one of the main reasons you guys would click on this video. So if you did enjoy, make sure to smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel down below if this is your first time seeing us. And until then, I will see you guys in the next video.